Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and the Washington Commanders just made a huge hire, hiring former Texans coach Dylan Thompson to be their next director of player development. I think this is a home run hire for the Washington Commanders because a bunch of different reasons and a bunch of former players of his have a lot of high praise, including CJ Stroud and others from this previous Texans rookie class. So stay tuned for the whole video to see what I have to say about it. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. It really does help out a ton. And go ahead and comment down below your favorite move the Washington Commanders have made this offseason. But yeah, wasn't going to necessarily make a full video about this, but then once I did a little bit more digging on who Dylan Thompson is, I was like, okay, this guy is legit and has a chance to really be one of the key guys in the Commanders rebuild. And I know that seems like a stretch, but he has gotten so much high praise from a bunch of different guys. I'm going to show you guys a clip, so stay tuned for that, of what a player had to say about him. But he's former Texans coach, and he's going to be the next director of player development. This is what CJ Stroud had to say about him. I think I grew tremendously, man. Dylan is one of the best human beings that I've ever met in my life. So that's what CJ Stroud had to say. He's had more than just that to say about him. He's had some overall very good praise. So it seems like he worked with a lot of the younger guys. He was more of a development guy with the Texans, but worked with, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, Will Anderson, Tank Dell, and some of the other guys in that with that team. He was with Detroit, I believe, and he worked with, he was at Detroit when Martin Mayhew was there and when Lance Newmark was there. So that could be one of the reasons he's coming over, because he's familiar with those guys. And I'm sure Adam Peters talked with him some point in the offseason. And because, Adam Peters has gotten a bunch of different hires going, and seems like he's a scout favorite because he's getting, I know Dylan Thompson isn't necessarily a scout, but just, seems like a lot of people gravitate towards Adam Peters. He seems like a good guy, and he's able to get a lot of these pretty solid hires, at least on paper. We still got to see what they do, but a guy like Dylan Thompson's good. They got Lance Newmark from the Lions, who's going to be their assistant GM. They got some guys from the Ravens, and just a bunch of different guys that have been brought in from Adam Peters. I'm going to go over his overview right here, Dylan Thompson right here for the Washington Commanders, but former quarterback, and he played college football at South Carolina, so he does have some experience there. And you guys can see there he's relatively young, 32 years old, so can be pretty familiar with the players and relate to them a little bit more than maybe some of these other quarterback coaches or other coaches that are 50, 60 years old. And this coaching staff also, they've got a lot of experience on it with Cliff Kingsbury, Anthony Lynn, Brian Johnson as well, former Eagles offensive coordinator. Here's what Will Anderson had to say about Dylan Thompson. So I'm going to play this little clip for you guys. It's 54 seconds, and then I'll give you guys my reaction to it.
Your teammates have helped you get to this point. Is there anyone else, whether that's in the locker room or in the league, that's helped you get to where you are right now?
Yeah, most definitely. I would say Dylan Thompson. He was our player personnel guy. He's no longer with us. He's with the Washington Commanders. And you see me, there's no Will Anderson without Dylan Thompson, man. He took our whole rookie class. CJ can attest to the same thing. He'll say the same thing. Tank will say the same thing. Like, he helped this rookie class be able to do so many great things on and off the field, man. And for him, it was always just bigger than the football. He was like, I can really care less about the football, Will. I just want to know the person, the human Will. Like, who are you outside of football? And spiritually, he was great. Like, he connected us even more with God, taught us how to be great leaders, how to change our mindsets, things like that. And he's like always one call away. So that's one guy that I can say in the NFL, which you don't see a lot, who is really a great guy that we leaned on.
Your teammate.
All right, so that was the clip right there. And usually when I play these, I can't listen to it while it's happening, but I did listen to it before. And I think it's a really cool clip. You see Will Anderson says, or you heard it and saw, I guess, that Will Anderson says there's no Will Anderson without Dylan Thompson. It wasn't just the on the field stuff, but he did praise him for that. But the off the field stuff, a very, very good guy. I believe he said that it's hard to find a much better guy than him. And, seems like a, religious guy, and, the players that are religious on the team, seems like he connected with them too that way, but also connected with just everyone. So that's great to hear, and great to hear that he developed these guys, helped develop the guys that were an absolute, this rookie class by the Texans. I mean, absolutely amazing. I mean, you got CJ Stroud, who is looking like going to be a top 5 quarterback in this league for a long time if he continues to ball out. Tank Dell, who had a very good season for the Texans before he got hurt. And then Will Anderson, who had a very good year as well and is on his way to becoming, a Pro Bowl type player for his whole career. And that's just 1 year under Dylan Thompson. And of course, it's not just Dylan Thompson who's making this difference. I mean, these players are doing it themselves. There's other coaches, and you got to give the scouts credit too. But I think bringing in a guy like Dylan Thompson into the organization is a huge, huge plus. And once you combine all these guys together, you keep bringing in a bunch of high quality guys in terms of, on the football side, but also the people side of it. That does make a difference as well. And I'm very happy that the Washington Commanders continue to bring in, big time guys. We'll go ahead and look at the Washington Commanders just overall, their front office structure and, coaches. Let's see if we can go to that. But yeah, it's a big season. Made a video yesterday about why I believe there's one thing that's truly important for the Washington Commanders going into this year. And spoiler alert, it is Jayden Daniels and how he plays. So make sure you guys watch that after you're done with this. But front office here, obviously, while it's loading, we know who the first guy is, Adam Peters, and you got Lance Newmark. Then you got Brandon Sosna, Senior Vice President of Football Operations. You still got Martin Mayhew in there, Rob Rogers, Eugene Shen, Jason Wright's still in there. Let's see if they have any other guys in there. You see some of the other guys. David Blackman, I'm not completely sure. Pretty sure he came from the Ravens. I know I'm trying to cut down on the pretty sures, and I know some people were giving me some constructive criticism on that, but I'm not completely sure where he came from. I'm going to guess the Ravens, but we can go ahead and double check for you guys right here. And there we go. David Blackburn. Yeah, I guess Ravens. So I was right there. And then last thing, I guess I talked about this and I just put it out on Twitter as well. Make sure you guys follow me. Link in the description. Just talking about how Dylan Thompson elevated the whole rookie class. And this rookie class is the most important class in Commanders, definitely Commanders history, but the most important class in a long time for the Washington franchise, whatever you want, Redskins football team and Commanders. So whatever they can do to make sure that these guys are developed properly, I say do it. And I think bringing in a guy like Dylan Thompson is going to help you out. And every little thing that you can do does make a difference. And you see like Josh Harris, it's not a huge thing, but took out the fields or the Astro, turf field at Ashburn, the facilities there, taking that out, putting in new field. That's probably not going to be done until sometime during training camp. But like stuff like that, should have been done a long time ago. And if you continue to do little things like that, it will make a big difference down the line. Because if you have all these little disadvantages, it's hard to win. If you don't have good front office guys, if you don't invest in analytics or in food science or recovery and stuff like that, if you continue to ignore those things, other teams are getting an edge on you. And I think now we're getting to the point where we're almost getting the edge. And it's not there yet. It really is not there yet, but we're getting there. And bringing in guys like Adam Peters that can not only do what they need to do, but also bring in other guys. Because Adam Peters, it seems like he's able to attract other guys into the team, to the team. So thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm going to be very interested to see how Dylan Thompson does here. Again, director of player development. That's what his role is. I believe Doug Williams had that role before for the Washington Commanders. Not last year. The Malcolm guy had the role and moved on from him, but Doug Williams had this role in the past. So director of player development, Dylan Thompson. Excited for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and comment. Who's a player? Brandon Mayweather. That guy, I mean, he was one of the first guys I really didn't love. A guy that just got me upset. I don't know why. I was very young when I was watching him, but I just remember I was like, I cannot wait till this guy's off the team. But Brandon Mayweather, go ahead and comment him down below. Peace, guys.